mental acuity. New Jersey Republican Congressman Jeff Van Drew joins us now. He sits on the House Judiciary Committee. Congressman, how do you think the president did last night?
Well, he certainly did better than he did at the debate. I mean, there's no question about that. But, it's kind of almost humorous to me that so many folks are feigning surprise or just didn't expect what happened at the debate or don't expect any of this. We've known this for a while. Now, what happened at the debate, what's happened subsequently is this. At the debate, 50 million Americans watched it. Americans that very often are just watching, and in fact, the debate was covered broadly, as you know, but Americans that often are just watching network television or reading the New York Times or whatever. So they didn't know. It's hard to believe, but any of us that were involved, anybody that was listening, for example, to your station, knew that he had some significant problems. And this was no surprise to them. So it's kind of interesting to me now that all of a sudden the Democratic Party's in an uproar and they're trying to see what they can do. And this is something that just happened a few weeks ago and everything was great before that. That's nonsense. This has been an existing problem. We've watched him make the gaffes. We've watched him fall. We've watched him stumble. We've watched him mumble. We've watched him just make the mistakes he's made. Here's the deal, though. I'm going to say this, and I want every single Republican out there to listen to this. I'm heading up Trump's campaign in the state of New Jersey. Don't high five. Don't feel comfortable. Don't believe it's in the bag, because I'm going to tell you one thing about Democrats. They are a military machine. They don't look like it right now, but they are. And they will, at the end of the day, focus on what they always do, the end game. And the end game for them is to win this election. This is not over. And changing candidates for them, and I'll end with this, by the way, John and Emma, may not be the best thing for them, because I don't know that Vice President Harris is going to do any better than him, and she possibly could do worse in certain ways.
Do you think it's a coincidence that we are seeing Obama's closest inner circle start to turn on President Biden? You have, you've got James Carville. You've got, who else have we got? David Axelrod. He continuously takes shots at Joe Biden. Do you think that it is a coincidence that these Obama close allies are now coming out in the open and telling Biden to step aside?
I don't think any of it's a coincidence, to be honest with you. I believe, as you just mentioned before, they're looking at internal polling, showing some issues there. They've been concerned for a while now that they actually are going to have a close election, or they may not win the election. So, they know how to go about this. I think it is a conservative, collaborated event where they are actually working together, a concerted effort to make sure that in some way they can move him out. But they do know they have a problem. This is not easy, because they probably like to jump over Kamala Harris as well. That really looks bad. Remember one thing, Joe Biden has the delegate. Remember the second thing, Joe Biden has the money. So I know a lot of people are going to rally around whoever it is, and they want to stop Trump no matter what, but they have some real challenges here as well. Yeah. So they have to deliberate and decide whether they want to move him out or just bolster him up. Yeah. Right now, nothing's happening.
Yeah, the biggest problem, of course, is that President Biden doesn't want to leave.
Yeah, exactly.
So they'd have to get past that. Congressman Jeff Van Drew joining us this morning. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
Always good to be with you. Thank you.
Thank you.